What is up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new live stream. We actually have some exciting things to talk about. We know when they're filming season 6 again, and we have a brand new cast member. But first, let me just say what's up to everybody in the chat. We have, let's see, to check the chat on my phone because I can't read it here. What's up, Melissa? I'm doing good. My week's going good. How about yours? We have Cobra Kai Minefield. What's up, Jim Tim? We got Mr. Underground. And yeah, that's it for now. I'm sure more people will come on later. But yeah, let's start off with Cobra Kai cast C.S. Lee as Kim Sung Young. Now, this is a very established actor. I think he's done Avatar, The Last Airbender. I think he's done some other stuff. So I think this is a great addition, and this confirms that we're getting more flashbacks that will feature Kim Sung Young, and this is very exciting. This is something I've been wanting to see for a while. This is the first time we will get to see Kim Sung Young on screen, and we can actually see how good he actually was, like how skilled he actually was. Because Hayden said that he's on Miyagi's level, so that's pretty interesting. So we'll actually get to see it on screen. So that's pretty exciting. So yeah, he did Avatar: The Last Airbender, but yeah, this is very exciting news. He'll most likely be in flashbacks, which we'll probably see him training young Kreese and Silver, and we're also going to probably see him train a very young Kim Dae-yoon in flashbacks, and it'll probably show us what happened to Kim Dae-yoon, because she probably used to be like a sweet little girl, and then I think Kim Sung Young turned her into like a cruel monster or whatever. But we might actually get to see the transformation of Kim Dae-yoon, so that'll be pretty interesting. So yeah, pretty excited for this. Let's see. What's up, CBK? What's up, bro? The Avatar show he's in is the new live-action Netflix series. Oh, I didn't even hear about that. I don't even know what Dexter is, to be honest with you. I hope that we get to see his skill through a fight scene with Sato. Yeah, that'd be cool. We can also see how good Sato was, because we've never gotten to see him fight either. Like we were supposed to in Karate Kid 2, but he called it off because of what. But we haven't gotten to see Sato fight, so it'd be pretty cool. So it'd be cool to get to see two characters we've never seen actually fight and see how skilled they really are. So if we were to see that fight, that would be pretty interesting, and I think it'd be a good one. But as to filming, a report came out that John Hurwitz said this in an interview, that they plan on filming in early 2024, so most likely January. And it actually makes sense because they have their Obliterated show coming out at the end of this month, November 30th. So they have to promote that first, and then Thanksgiving as well. And December is hectic because of Christmas and New Year's Eve. So January is probably the perfect time to do it, because they're in the writer's room right now, so they're probably working on the script, probably restructuring it a little bit, because it's been a while since they've written it. Like imagine like you're writing something, you go on strike in May, you go on strike for 7 months, and you go back to work and you have to review the whole script. So they're probably reviewing it, making necessary changes that need to be made, restructuring it, reforming it, reforming it, like just making the necessary adjustments that they think they need to make. But yeah, I feel like we'll get a flashback episode about this. Yeah, that's very possible. And there's 15 episodes. Shout out to Watch Party. Thanks to his detective work, he was able to find out that there are 15 episodes. So, Dexter was a TV show about a serial killer. Sheesh. Never heard of it. But yeah, so for filming, I think it'll go from, say, January to July, and post-production we'll just say it takes about 4 months, so that takes us to September. So then they have to do the marketing process, so that'll probably take us to December. So it's possible that we get like the first part of season 6 in December 2024. It's possible. I mean, it did. John Hurwitz said hopefully 2024 Cobra Kai fans will be fed, so that's exciting. But and then we could get part 2 in February 2025 or the end of January 2025. But in the case scenario that it can't come out in 2024, they can't release it, I could see March 2025, part 1, and then part 2 comes out May 2nd, 2025, on the 7th anniversary of season 1. But yeah. But I did find a Screen Rant article. There's only like one interesting one. Like, you have Kreese's 10 best quotes. Then, of course, you got the recent news, but we have another ranking. It's every Cobra Kai couple ranked worst to best. Last time they did a character ranking, and there were some pretty questionable ones that I just did not like. It was just weird, but let's see if they get it right. But we've got every Cobra Kai couple ranked from worst to best. So yeah, this should be an interesting one. I'll get to the off topic. Have you seen the meta? No, I haven't. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. I guess it's some Marvel thing or whatever, which I haven't been a fan of. I like Marvel, but like I'm not like invested in it as I used to be. Like I'll stick around for Spider-Man and whatever they do with Wolverine, and like if they make a comeback, I'll be here for now. I'm just fatigued from Marvel. Like I'm just not really excited for anything that's not Spider-Man. Same for DC. I'm not excited for anything that's not Batman. So that's just me though. But it should only be in the flashbacks, like Young Kreese, yeah. But at number 10, we have Kyler and Sam. I agree with this. This is pretty accurate. To be honest with you, they're even lucky to be in the rankings. Like this couple is just terrible, absolutely terrible. Kyler was just with Sam for shallow reasons. I don't even need to go into it. And then the minute Sam breaks up with him, he makes BS rumors, pretty much, shatters her reputation for a bit in season 1. But it does spark a fuel in Miguel. Miguel, sticks up for her, and, Sam starts to like Miguel and all that. The rest is history. And I'll be honest, if Miguel kind of low key saved Kyler from a huge ass whooping, because Sam was about to kick Kyler's ass. Like Kyler wouldn't have been able to stand a chance against Sam. Let's just be honest. Like, yeah, she hadn't trained in 8 years, but that doesn't matter. Sam would have whooped that boy's ass. Kyler's a joke compared to Sam. Okay, get rid of that. All right. Now, number 9 is Miguel and Tori. I don't think this is a bad couple. It's just not the best fit. Miguel, they just put these two together for Miguel to get over Sam, and that clearly wasn't working. So I don't know why this keeps popping up, but just ignore it for now. But um, yeah, it's like it's not the worst couple, but it's not the best either. Like, just like it's I don't want to say cringy, but like it's just like they got together way too fast. Like they met in episode 4, and then they got together in episode 5. They should have waited until episode 7 to put them together, because that's when Sam and Robbie got together. So I felt like they could have developed it a little bit more, but I don't think it's the worst couple, but it's not the best either. It's decent. So next we got Robbie and Sam. Oh boy. Okay. This is way too high. This is way too high. I would flip this around with Robbie and Miguel, because this couple was just cringy. Like, yeah, Robbie saying I like the heat, and then like every scene they're in, they're like kissing, and I'm like, okay, you're overdoing it. Like this couple just didn't fit well at all. I didn't like it. It was They just had some cringy scenes together. I don't like it. Now, them as friends is cool, but as a couple, it just doesn't work. And I don't know why so many people are wanting this shit back, and they're like, bring Sam Robbie back. Like, no, no, this is one of the worst. It's not as bad as Sam and Kyler, but it's in that tier. Like, this is not a good couple at all. And the only reason people like it is because it's La Russo, as they like to call it. You have Johnny Lawrence's son and Daniel Russo's daughter. This is way too high. Okay, this needs to be flipped around with Miguel and Tori. Yes, Miguel and Tori is not that much better either. But I would take that over this couple any day of the week, and that is fixed. But number 7, we have John Kreese and Betsy. It says season 4, but it was in season 3 though. Didn't really get that much, but it's cool. We all know what happened. Betsy gets into a car accident while Kreese is at war, and his captain keeps that from him until they have to fight to the death. And that lights a fuel under Kreese, and he shows his general or captain no mercy, and he overthrows the captain, and he takes that role, and he's the new captain, and young Silver is his lieutenant. So we all know how that happened, but if Betsy never died, Kreese probably wouldn't have turned into the man he is, but so not bad. Let's see. Next we have Dimitri and Yasmin. This one's cool, I'm not gonna lie. Also, I want to say this real quick. Some people, I'm not going to name names, but some people had like the weird 0 cents. I don't know where there's actually people who believe that Homo Slyn was actually Betsy. Like, really? Like, that made no sense. Anyway, but I like Dimitri and Yasmin. We didn't get much of them in season 5, but I liked it in season 3. You have the nerd getting his dream girl, which is inspirational. So, it's not amazing, it's not fantastic, but it's it's a good matchup. It's a good fit, I guess. So good for Dimitri. Johnny's reaction to this is going to be hilarious. And if you played the Cobra Kai 2 Dojo's Rising, and if you recruit Yasmin to the Eagle Fang Dojo, Miguel says, love conquers all, right, Sensei? And then Johnny says, how does the nerd get the girl? Your generation makes no sense. It was absolutely hilarious. But anyway, moving on. Number 5, we got Eli and Moon. Solid. The first few seasons was all right, but Moon in season 4, I like that Moon gives Eli his confidence back. Like she says, you didn't need that silly mohawk anyway. Like, I didn't like you for that. I liked you for your energy and like personality and character. And he gives him his confidence, and he he just whoops Kyler's ass, and he doesn't give up a single point. So, solid couple. You know, Number 4, Robbie and Tori. Okay, this is too low. This is way too low. This should be top 3 at least, in my opinion. This should be top 3. Like, I personally think they have the best chemistry in the show out of the couples. They're the best fit, and they're just made for each other. They have a similar background, similar personalities. They just fit. They're just way too low. They should be top 3 at least, in my opinion. And like the way they make eye contact from season 3 to season 5, this is just meant to be. This personally should be top 3 in my opinion, because yes, they went to prom out of spite, but they eventually got over it, and they're like, you know what, who, and they started having a good time together, and they developed feelings for each other. And like me personally, I think this is like a top 3 best couple in the show. It's not cringy, and they have some of the best scenes in the show together. They have great chemistry, and you have 2 of the best actors playing them too. Like Tanner and Peyton do an amazing job. And this is just too low in my opinion. This is just way too low. I think it should be top. It should be number 3 at least. Number 3, Daniel and Amanda. Oh my God, way too low. This should be number 2 or number 1. This is just way too low. You could argue this is the best couple in the show. Like seriously, like just the way they have really good chemistry. They've been together the longest. Like they've been together since day 1 of the show. Like Amanda is the voice of reason for Daniel. They have great chemistry. They work well together. Like it's just way too low. It should be like number 2 or number 1 at least. This is ridiculous. Carmen and Johnny, season 3, season 5. All right, I like this couple. I would have this at like 3 or 4 personally, but it's a good couple. It's similar to Daniel and Johnny. Carmen is the voice of reason for Johnny. Good chemistry, good fit, and basically, Carmen's like the reason Johnny needed in his life. She motivated him to turn, like she's the one who gave him the motivation to turn his life around and get back on track, and it's just, it's why it's one of the best couples in the show. But let me guess, who do you have at number 1? Because we haven't heard their name at all. Miguel and Samantha, of course, they're number 1. Now, this is not a bad couple. This is a good couple. They have great chemistry. They fit well together. They have some of the best scenes in the show, but they've been on and off constantly. Like they've broken up twice and gotten together 3 times. The season 5 breakup was, I'm with Watch Party on this one. It was just unnecessary. Like you have Miguel come back from Mexico and you have Sam break up with him. Like the first episode, he's back from Mexico. Really? Now, I like this couple. This is one of my favorites, but I wouldn't put it at number 1. I would have it like at number 2 or number 3. Personally, my personal rankings, like Daniel and Amanda number 1, Tori and Robbie 2, Sam and Miguel 3. Those are the right rankings in my opinion. But yeah, I like their chemistry. I like the scenes that they have together. They really didn't do much with them in season 4. 5, and they don't get back together until at the end of season 5. So, but yeah, I'll take Sam and Miguel, Tori and Robbie over the season 2 couples. Season 2 couples just crazy as hell, and they finally close the door on the season 2 couples getting back together, because I was getting sick of that. But yeah, that's what Screen Rant thinks. So, or whoever wrote the article, I guess they have random people write the article. Fight Melissa real quick. Didn't close the door. Yeah, the Insta shippers are just crazy. If they were doing a best teen couple, I could agree. I think that it should be as number 2, maybe number 1, depending on Bond. Generally not. I would put them at 3 or 4. Miguel and Sam are my number 3. Okay.
Yeah. As a general, I would actually put probably either Amanda or Carmen as number 1. And Miguel and Sam as maybe like number 3 or 4, definitely up there, up at the top, at one of the tops.
Yeah.
Maybe as the teens, I would probably put them as either number 2 or number 1 couple, best couple. I mean, I probably put them a little bit higher than Robbie and Tori, just simply because they've known each other longer.
Yeah.
But not on this. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't put them as not on this. I wouldn't put them as a general number 1 couple. I mean, you have the teen couple over a married couple as number 1.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Right.
Like, as great as Miguel and Sam are, like, Daniel and Amanda have literally been married for far longer.
Right.
And they're adults too.
I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They should have did a separate ranking. And yeah, Tristan,
Oh
I
my
didn't
god, round table. I got so sick of those Sam and Hawk shippers on Insta.
Oh Lord.
So annoying.
And Tristan, yeah, I didn't know that wasn't like it kind of looked like Spider-Man, but yeah, I think you're right. It's different. It's a different character from the comics. But yeah, the Madam Web, it wasn't really all that great, Chosen One did
The
a
name
live.
sounds cringy in my opinion.
Yeah, Chosen One did a not a live stream, a video on
Yeah,
it.
I gotta watch that after the stream. I saw
Honestly,
a little bit. I saw a little bit of it on his Insta. So
yeah.
yeah, he was not happy. He's
Honestly, if I had a choice between
he's like
sooner or
he's
later,
like
I would choose
he's
way
like, who
later.
cares? This is gonna be shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
And like honestly, if I had to choose between sooner or later to see this movie, I would choose way later. Like way later, like 10 years later.
yeah.
Hopefully this movie doesn't get a sequel.
Yeah, hopefully.
So yeah, I can't wait to learn more about Master Kim. Because if you think about it, if you really think about it, and just stay with me on this, if you really think about it, he's actually, without him, we wouldn't actually have a Karate Kid or
Yeah,
Cobra
you're right.
Kai.
We wouldn't, because he's the original founder of Cobra Kai. Well, he's the Founder of the style. That makes more
Right.
sense.
Yeah, because he
He's
taught
the one who
Captain
taught
Turner.
Kreese and Silver the style.
Yeah, he taught Captain Turner. Well, actually, he taught Captain Turner, who
Yep, taught
taught
him first.
Kreese. Who taught Kreese and Silver, who basically made them aware of the style, and who taught it. And they in turn went to South Korea to learn more directly from the master himself. Whereas and Kreese took what he learned and he opened up Cobra Kai and taught students like Johnny Tung Sudel. So if you think about it, he's as instrumental as Mr. Miyagi and Daniel were in the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Like in the Karate Kid franchise too. Because think about it, he taught Silver. Without him, we wouldn't have a Silver.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe this Kim Sung Young's the real reason why Silver turned into the way he is.
Maybe. I'll bet you he was the one that taught him how to be a master of deception. Like
Yeah,
how to
that
use
makes sense.
yeah. It's like he's like really good. I was like thinking, how I said that yeah, like Kim Sung Young is definitely gonna how I've been saying that Kim Sung Young is definitely gonna see a bigger threat in Sam than she does in Tori, and how they're
Yeah,
actually quite similar. And Karate Kid said that he could see Sensei Kim like using hers and Sam's similarity to try to get Sam over to her, to her and Cobra Kai.
yeah,
Which ultimately, I was thinking like I don't know if Kim would want Sam in Cobra Kai. She wouldn't want her, but I was thinking like if they're like in a fight or like in a fight with each other, which Kim, let's be real, Kim would actually demolish Sam. But
yeah.
like
That's true.
let's say if they were like in a fight, like I could see Kim like getting into Sam's head, like how they're more similar and more alike than they think, than they think, and like trying to break her mentally, just like as she's beating her, just so she could beat her harder.
Yeah,
Could you see that happening? Or
it's definitely a possibility.
because like think about it, if somebody let you hate, if your worst enemy is telling you that you're more like them than you would like to think, you're more like them than you would like to think, that's definitely gonna like break you.
Yeah,
Because then it's like I know how, like I've been like I know how you think, like she could use that against Sam.
yeah, she could.
I'm also thinking too that about like what I said, about how about how we could get a Sato versus Master Kim flashback and a fight to the death. I'm like thinking, what if um I'm thinking, what if you remember how like when Sato first challenged Miyagi to the fight, he said, "I'll bring my nephew as a witness." Like, why would he agree to bring his nephew as a witness to somebody's death? Unless, of course, if he had witnessed it beforehand. So I'm like thinking, like, what if Chosen actually witnessed Sato kill Master Kim?
That is a possibility.
Because think about it, he's not afraid to kill.
Oh,
And
definitely not.
so that had to come from somewhere.
I
And
mean, Chosen isn't either. I mean, he told that to Silver.
that's what I mean. It's like, and he looked to his uncle like a father figure. So if he saw that his uncle slash father figure, someone he looks up to as a father, wasn't afraid to kill, that could have been what gave him that mindset.
Yeah,
and the fight to the death. Because, like, think about it. He challenged Daniel not just to a fight, but a fight to the death.
Yeah. Fall of 2024. Probably the most likely.
Probably most, yeah. I would agree.
And like if it were to come out in December that year, we'd get the trailer a month before.
Yeah. I'm thinking that we might get it. This might be what motivates them to like divide the season into two parts.
Yeah, and they have to promote it better too.
Yeah.
Netflix has to.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like we could probably get like part 1 in the end of December, um New Year's or the day before New Year's Eve. I don't know when's New Year's Eve following on this year. Um And then I'm thinking like we could probably get the second half, in maybe May.
Yeah.
That would actually make sense, like to
Yeah,
end it
because
where
like
it all began.
because they could finish the first half, and then um while we're watching the first half in December, they take the time in between to finish the second half
Yeah.
with production. So that
And
actually makes a lot of sense if you really think about it.
yeah, and end it where it all began.
Yeah.
Like Cobra Kai started in May. It would make
Yeah.
sense for them to end in May.
Yeah, and what Stranger Things did is they did a trailer for part one and they did a trailer for part two. So we could be getting two trailers. We could get a trailer for part one, and then when it's close to May, we can get a trailer for part two.
Yeah. So okay, so oh no, never mind. I I looked up the wrong year. I was trying to look up for okay, so December for next year, the it's the 27th of this the last Friday in December is the 27th.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
The
We've
weather
been having
warning.
yeah, that we've been having some really bad weather. We've been having some really really bad weather today. How's your day been going?
Good.
Good. Have you had any nasty weather today?
No, it's actually been nice all day.
That's good.
We don't get any bad weather. It's just sunny out.
I wish I could say the same where I am.
Like it hasn't rained at all since we got here. Like it hasn't rained at all.
That's awesome. So yeah, you know what also I'm looking forward to seeing? I'm also kind of looking forward to seeing like her relationship with like Master Kim's relationship with Kim Daeun.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
And further explored relationships between him and Silver and Kreese.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I think that silver bullet was a lethal one. Like I know Silver said that he made a few tweaks in it, and we're meant to think that he made it more dangerous than it was, but I think he actually made it less dangerous. I think that's a lethal move.
Yeah.
No, knowing him. So, what's some of your best theories that you've heard so far since now the strike has been out, off the table?
Okay, before I say that, I gotta answer this. Is it bad that I'm excited for Aquaman 2? Probably. Amber Heard is in the movie. Oh boy. yeah, no one's gonna watch that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Netflix is gonna want to get it out as soon as possible because they wanted season 5 to come out in September.
Yeah, and that's very true. Underground Jedi Sith. Yeah, they
Yes,
are gonna they
most
are gonna start in
likely,
January.
most likely first week of January. Probably not the first because that's New Year's Day, but like probably around the third, probably.
Yeah,
Because they have to get the cast back together because the cast was together in May, and then when the strikes happened, they split up and went off and did their own things.
yeah, yep,
And Sholo can finally talk about Blue Beetle. So
yeah,
we can
yep,
finally talk about it. So that's why
yeah.
that movie flopped financially because he could not do anything to promote it.
No, and
And
honestly, if he had been able
it's a
to
great
promote it,
movie in my opinion.
yeah, if you've been able to promote it, there's no like. I saw that movie. That movie was badass, badass. Like,
Yes, and it sends a powerful message about family too.
yes, yes, and I love that as well. So, what's your best theory that you've heard? Since now the strike is no longer an issue.
I haven't really heard a lot of theories. I've just been thinking about potential Kim Sung Young, flashbacks because those are going to be interesting, and like they can potentially, like, say if Kreese and Silver were to fight, they could do what they did with Johnny and Kreese in season 3. You cut from present day to flashback, like you have Kreese versus Silver, and like the new dojo in from season 5, like you have them in the new dojo, and then you cut to young Kreese and Silver in a sparring fight match, and Kim Sung Young is watching. Like that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to
Yeah,
Cobra
you
Kai
have,
Kid.
you have the Duel of the Snakes 2.0.
Yeah, yep. Shout out to Cobra Kai Kid for saying this theory about um how we when we get a fight or if we get a fight between Silver and Kreese, we immediately see young Kreese versus young Silver and and then we see cut back to old Kreese versus old Silver.
Yeah.
That yeah, that would be so you haven't heard not even mine. You don't even I thought you liked my Robbie I thought you liked my Robbie theory about him getting Johnny's headband.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one. It just took my brain a second to process.
I know. Listen, I know. Not every theory is gonna be great. I mean, I'll be lucky. I'm lucky if my theories are even good.
Blue Beetle was amazing. Yeah, Sholo is a great actor. Very underrated actor.
Yeah, yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
I'm happy that he
He's
got that role because when Korokai is all said and done, he's gonna have the role of Blue Beetle he can focus on and he can really grow and
yeah.
put his game out there to be really successful. He'll go down as one of the most successful actors, out there.
I don't see how that movie cannot get a sequel.
I'm sure it will because it is technically a part of the new DC universe.
Yeah.
It's part of James Gunn's universe.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only other thing about DC I'm excited for is, Sholo's Blue Beetle.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I thought that was really great, and I love the powerful message that it sent. I mean, they definitely set it up for a sequel when we had that ending.
Yeah.
Why shoot that ending if they're not already planning a sequel?
Yeah, the girl's dad's still alive.
Yeah. Yep.
And then that was Blue Beetle was one of my favorite movies this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was definitely one of mine too. So I saw the rest of yours in Karate's live stream yesterday. I know
Yeah.
Zone popped in.
Yep.
You know, it's ironic. He yesterday was like his anniversary because I think what 2 year anniversary, I think, or something like that, for when he started the channel.
He had that a while ago, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe 2, 3 years ago.
I think he. I don't know when. See, I don't know when Karate started his channel. It had to be around 2020 or something like that,
Right.
or like probably late 2021, probably.
Yeah, that sounds about right. How long have you been doing this?
Summer 2021. I didn't start making videos with my own commentary until Strike First Media pushed me to do it.
Oh, he did. He gave you a little
Yeah,
nudge.
he's like, well, it's like, why don't you do, why don't you do, videos with, your voice? I think you'd be good at it. Um, so he gave me the confidence to start doing, videos. Like I had to practice doing voice commentary, and eventually I got better at it. I got more comfortable with it, and I like the format of his live streams, so I started doing live streams, weekly live streams. um and my intention and my goal for my live streams were they're intended to be a safe place for everybody to air out their opinions about the show and stuff, like just to for them to feel comfortable and just talk
Yeah.
about their Cobra Kai, theories and predictions without getting judged and criticized for it.
Yeah. And that's I think is the best. Like, I mean, he was definitely spot on. This is like, you're amazing at this. You're absolutely 100% amazing at it. And I'm actually the one that's honored to be a part, that you allowed me to be a part of it. To come on here is what I mean.
Yeah.
I hope we get more news on I hope we continue just getting more and more news every week about Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Like, cuz now I see they're kind of like really really trying to put trying to put the hype up now. I know you and Karate watched the like played like clips of the Garfield trailer.
Yeah.
The new Garfield movie. What?
Yeah. It was the new trailer. Oh, look who it is. What's up, Strike?
Oh, hi Strike. Hi. How are you doing? How's it going, Cody? Oh yeah, it's back and it's bigger than and badder than ever.
Yep, it is. Cobra Kai is back on. Uh, and she's got a live stream coming up on the 17th.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
exciting.
can't wait for that. It's gonna be awesome. I I cannot wait. I'm definitely gonna catch that. You think if we have any luck, Cody will come on?
What?
So you think if you think with any luck, Cody will come on this live
If
stream and
he
chat with us?
if he wants to, he's totally welcome to. But if not, that's all right too.
Yeah, yeah, because he's got to be busy, especially
Yeah.
holidays coming up and all that, and he's probably working on he's probably preparing like what he's gonna do on the live stream, you know or family stuff.
Yeah. Let's see, he says, just popping in, missed you guys. Hope you.
Ooh, CKW, I think your mic just went out. Hope you guys, hope you all have a great night. We
Great
hope
night,
so.
Dan.
We hope you do too. We miss you too, Cody. I mean,
Yeah.
I
You
love
just,
your
you just dropped
thrift
two
first.
great videos. Yes, sir. Go Celtics.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Um, I love thrift first your thrift first channel, but it it's your strike first media that made me feel like really like I could connect with people like you and CKW and the Chosen One. It'll always hold a special place in my heart. I mean, Fit First is cool, and I really enjoy the videos that you make that you make, guys. And I especially love the one that you made about Venom, or that you made with Venom today. But Strike First Media struck first in my heart.
Should catch Chosen Ones live. Yeah, on Sunday. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. Something's going on with the chat. I can't post I can't for some reason post my comments in there. It just doesn't show up. I mean, not when he's doing the live anyway. Like it'll show up like maybe the next day or something, but in the chat, but it won't show up when he's doing the live. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
weird.
what it is. It's definitely weird. I mean, I don't think he blocked me or anything like that. I mean, I hope not.
No, I don't think so.
Or muted me or anything
I
like that.
mean, compared to like the other people who some other people that have popped into his lives in the past who he has, blocked for obvious reasons. Like I don't think that's it. Like I don't know if it's just a YouTube thing. I don't know if it's just YouTube being stupid or whatever because
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just the platform or what because YouTube does some pretty stupid things. But
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like they'll give you copyright for making a simple edit. I'm like, it's an edit. Like it's just a simple edit. Like relax.
I know. I remember in one of your videos they took you off. They took you off because of because of copywriting. There wasn't anything you were copywriting. You were just posting your thoughts about what you think about how you think the Sekai Teka is going to be.
Yeah, yeah. So I had to download it and re-edit it and like it wasn't the music, it was the footage that I used, and I'm like, seriously? So I just took I had to take like a bunch of Cobra Kai photos and make like a kind of like a slideshow kind of thing, and then used had to extract the audio and put in the audio of my voice commentary and my background music and stuff, and to redo the whole process. And yeah, it was ridiculous.
It's nuts. I don't get YouTube sometimes. What's the best thing that you're hoping to see most in season 6?
I want to see how Sam and Tori's dynamic's gonna play out because earlier this year, Peyton List was interviewed and she said that Sam and Tori's dynamic's going to be completely different than what we've seen in previous seasons. I'm like, oh, what does that mean? Because like when you have Peyton teasing it, you know something's up.
Yeah, because they're going to be fighting on the same side.
Yeah, this is the first. This is the first time that they're. This is probably going to be the first and only season that they're actually going to be in the same dojo.
Yeah. I mean, now I think what's just in my personal opinion, I'm not saying it's going to actually happen, but in my personal opinion, I just think that they'll have like a much deeper understanding of each other because they're going to be spending like more time together and work, and training together.
Yeah.
So I think that they'll have a lot more of a respect and understanding for each other.
Yeah.
And like appreciate what the other brings to what the other has, and being able to make up for what the other lacks if they work together in a fight.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's if I don't see them as friends, but
Yeah,
just as allies that respect each other. That's what I think the different dynamic is going to be. Like they're going to because if you think about it, like since season 2, Sam and Tori have had zero, and I mean zero, respect for each other.
Yeah,
None.
that's true.
So for them to actually have that would definitely be something different. Like even to the point where they're actually willing to defend each other. Like that would definitely be a great dynamic.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think part of what helps them get this dynamic is through a training exercise. Like I think they're going to be arguing back and forth in the beginning. They're going to be hashing out a few of their past actions, like where Tori's headspace was when she started that fight in the school and the house fight. Like what was she intending to do to Sam? Was she intending to kill her or not, or just really hurt her? But like what was I think that's a question that should be answered. Like what was her intention?
Yeah.
And something else too is that I think that now that Tori's also going to be spending a lot more time around the house, around the LaRusso house too. So I think that's also going to give her an insight to Sam.
Wait, can you say that again?
I said Tori's going to be spending a lot more. It's not just the dojo that Tori's going to be spending time in. She's also going to be spending more time at the LaRusso house as well, more than likely.
Yeah.
So that's also going to give her a lot of insight to Sam. Because if she's going to be spending time with Amanda, she's going to be getting to know Sam too.
Yep.
Imagine if Sam walks in and sees Tori in her room.
That'd be freaking hilarious.
Imagine if actually though, imagine if Sam walks into her room and catches Tori reading her diary.
Oh yeah, you joked about that in the past. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that would be so hilarious because it's just the sort of thing Tori would do.
Yeah, definitely.
Redemption or no redemption. Like she's still Tori.
Yeah.
I want there to be a scene though where they have a double date, like where Robbie and Miguel try to
they blind double date because Robbie and Miguel plan it.
Yeah, Only this
Like,
time,
they're
unlike
like,
the
I
other.
can't believe, like, they'd be like, you didn't say she was gonna be here at the same time. He's like, just forget about, like, just have some Olive Garden breadsticks. Like, just have some of those breadsticks.
No, their first attempt is probably more than likely going to be golf and stuff.
That's a bad
And
idea
yes, I know it is a bad idea, and that's
because,
going to be
like,
their
you give
first.
them those golf clubs that like they like that's not a good idea.
Just give the weapons to them that they can use against each other, because that's going to be their first downfall. They're gonna because Miguel's like they're gonna like Robbie and Miguel are gonna be trying to put their heads together, saying, "Okay, we have to get these two on the same side, on
Yeah,
the same page." You know, you know, I, to, um, and Miguel's gonna think back to how to his, like to his first. I mean, because Robbie's gonna say like, Robbie, they're gonna try to come up with ideas, and they're gonna think like oh, let's do a surprise double date, and Robbie's gonna think like, and Miguel's gonna at first ask Robbie, "Where did you take Tori on your first date?" And Robbie is gonna say, "Well, we went to a drive-in movie, and doesn't well doesn't get any further than there." And okay, and Miguel's gonna like, okay, never mind, bad idea. Not that would be a bad idea for him and Sam, but like, not that would not probably be the place to get those two to get along.
yeah,
Um, so Robbie will ask Miguel, like, "Where did you and Sam go?" And that's where he's going to suggest golf and stuff. That's where golf and stuff is going to play out, and um, that's going to be their first attempt at their first date, because like there's so much that you can do, there, but that's where it's going to go south, because Sam and Tori are going to be more focused on competing against each other and outdoing each other than they will be enjoying the date.
yeah,
And Robbie and Miguel are going to be like miserable. It's like, oh, oh, this is going to be, oh, this is going to be fun. Whose bright idea was it to come here? And especially if they take them golfing.
yeah.
Like,
And then to the arcade.
yeah, like you give them the putters, and like as Sam as Sam is like getting ready to take her shot, Tori like nudges her so she misses it, and like she, and Sam's gonna be mad with that, and Tori just like cuts in front of her, so like Tori will, what Sam will do.
Yeah,
Like, just Tori's about to take her shot, what she's gonna do.
yeah,
And that's when it'll all start. And the same thing will be with the basketballs. Like, they'll just be trying to get higher than each other.
yep.
Sorry, I tend to go on. I don't mean to.
No, that was too funny though. And it, like, just thinking about the possibilities of how horribly wrong it could go.
Yeah. Because one thing about Cobra Kai is that you got to learn is that they never do the same things twice. You
Yep.
know, Johnny and Daniel's double date with their, you know, with Daniel's wife and Carmen went really well. It's not going to go well but it's not going to go well with Sam and Tori.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it went so well because Carmen and Amanda got along so well, and they were like, and they're adults too. Like, these are teenagers we're talking about.
Hmm. And I kind of like agree with karate with Cobra Kai karate. Like, you can't have Sam and Tori be friends without changing their characters. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
yeah,
true.
they've mellowed out Tori a lot. Don't get me wrong, but she's still Tori.
Yeah, she'll still have the same personality. She's just her aggression's been toned down a bit.
Yeah.
Because like all it took was for Amanda to help her, and her aggression toned down a lot. Because like Amanda got her into therapy, and that
Yeah.
really helped Tori.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't change. It didn't like change her
It
like
doesn't change her personality or anything, but like it toned down her aggression a bit.
yeah. Like if they had seasons of them like just building up to a friendship, like they did with Robbie and Miguel, and even with Robbie and Hawk, in a sense, I guess essentially, like it seemed like there was a friendship going on between Robbie and Hawk.
As with Robbie and Miguel, like it wasn't really a rivalry. It was just
Yeah, and misunderstanding, and yeah, and
bad
Johnny
timing,
and
and
is your mic okay? Yeah, and bad timing. And plus Johnny and Carmen were dating and they were going to get married. They're going to be married. So we knew that they were going to wind up being brothers. Like, and shout out to the
yeah,
chosen one for calling it,
yep,
for being one of the first to call it. Um yeah, I mean, I kind of like just like see them having like sort of like that similar relationship that Robbie and Sean have, like
yeah,
in season 3. Just like where they're not friends, but they just respect each other.
yeah,
Like Robbie didn't snitch on Sean and Sean didn't snitch on Robbie. So
yeah,
it's kind of like he finally like gained respect. They finally like gained respect for each other. And since then, he hasn't there haven't been any problems between them. I mean, the fact that he's I mean, and Robbie willing to to train and
his
mentor
brother. I
Sean's
mean,
brother.
Sean willingly sent Kenny to that
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah, so that right there shows that they have mad respect for each other.
Like, the fact that Sean was willing to trust Robbie with his younger brother says a lot.
Yeah. Not so much of friendship, but says a lot about the respect that he's gained for Robbie.
He's like, listen, I know a guy who could help.
Yeah.
Because Sean couldn't do it because he was in juvie.
Yeah. Oh my God, can you imagine the look on Anthony's face if Sean confronted him in season 4 about bullying his brother?
But he would shit his pants.
I know. You're like, oh my
And
God.
like then attention shifts to Kyler because Kyler was the one like taunting Kenny in season 4. He was like,
He was he was being stupid. He was being he acted like he was number 1.
yeah.
And it's
I'm
and
like, Kyler, you're like a number 5 at best.
I would have ranked him at number 10. Just because
Like in season 5, he's like, oh, Robbie's not in the dojo anymore. I'm like, number 1. I'm like, okay, dude, you have Tori in the dojo. She's clearly number 1.
yeah.
Like,
Yep.
A, girl's better than you, okay?
And
And
2, you're taking
B,
orders from a 14-year-old.
you got bitched by a 14-year-old.
Yeah, that's
Like
what I mean. It's like,
Kyler's 17, he's almost 18, and he got bitched by a 14-year-old that's shorter than him. Like,
and he's
they
taking
make
orders
this up.
from him. What?
You can't make this up. He got
Nope.
bitched by a 14-year-old.
I know. And you know what's it's like he's even taking orders from him.
Yeah.
Like he even said, it's like, oh, you heard Kenny. He's faux hawk now. Like, oh my
I'm like,
God.
bro, really?
This
And then
faux mug has
when
kicked your
Sam's
butt how
like,
many times?
and then when Sam's like, how'd they even know we were here? And then Kyler's smiling at Kenny like, bro, you're a genius or whatever. Like, really?
I know.
Like he just like he went to like the most cocky motherfucker to the biggest ass kisser on the show. It's not even funny.
Yeah. I'm like waiting for the moment where Sam kicks Kyler's butt.
Yes,
I'm just
that'd be
waiting for that
hilarious.
moment because no doubt he's probably not going to recognize, given how stupid he is. He's probably not going to. He's probably not even going to recognize her. Like when Anthony said, "Dude, you've been to my house. You dated my sister." He's like, "Oh, I did a lot of sisters." Like he doesn't even recognize Anthony.
Yeah,
Although that's kind of somewhat understandable because Anthony did lose a lot because
yeah,
the
he lost
actor.
the weight. The
Yeah,
actor lost the weight, so
but still,
and he's a bit older than he was.
yeah, but still, though, I mean, like like in
I'm like,
character,
bro, really?
I know.
Yeah, dude's
Um,
an idiot.
I'm definitely gonna check it out. And
I'm gonna watch it just to support the creators because they deserve it.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Sure, it probably won't be like an Oscar storytelling type show, but I'm sure it'll be a fun show to watch though.
Yeah,
Who
you know
knows?
something.
Maybe they'll throw in some Cobra Kai Easter eggs. Maybe you never know.
Yeah, they may. I think didn't they throw in a Cobra Kai Easter egg in the trailer? I think did
I
they?
don't. If they did, I didn't notice it.
Hmm. Something else too is that I think that this season Sam and Tori are going to be like really like they're going to start getting in touch with each other's like emotions,
Yeah,
as well. Because like I said, I think Sam is going to make it like her goal, like to want to help Tori, like whether Tori wants it or not.
yeah,
Because I guarantee you that when Sam's like one of their fights, one of their arguments is going to be like with Sam, like trying to help Tori, like really trying to help her. But Tori being Tori and having too much pride is going to say, well, you can take your help and shove it, princess. I don't need
yeah,
it. So,
yeah.
something like that. Or do you think she'll be more open to it? CKW.
She's probably knowing Tori. She's probably gonna be stubborn about it because of her personality, and you know, she usually doesn't swallow her pride. She swallowed her pride in season 4 because she had to
Right.
because her aunt was coming around the corner. So
And the
he
principal
had
basically
so
told her, she didn't even go to Amanda first, even after that.
yeah,
Like,
she somehow contacted the principal and explained the situation.
yeah,
Well, they're like, we're willing to give you a second chance, but you have to run it by Samantha's parents.
yeah. Which, you know, like a lot of people are like angry at Sam for reacting the way that she did, but I honestly don't blame Sam though for
It's
reacting
a
the way that she
it's a
did.
fair reaction.
Yeah,
Like it's a reasonable response. Um and like to be fair, Sam didn't understand Tori's situation, and she
no,
really didn't have a reason to because no because nobody explained anything to her.
no, nobody did,
Like
and
she didn't know. Like she didn't know that Tori's aunt was threatening her. She didn't know.
that
Um,
her mom was sick.
yeah, like because did Tori tell her any of these things? No, she didn't. Tori, because Tori is
Yeah,
like, that's none of your business kind of attitude, like,
right.
you know,
And
and
Amanda didn't, obviously.
like Samantha doesn't owe Tori anything. She really doesn't, because Tori hasn't done anything for Sam.
No. I mean, and to tell you the truth, I think that would have been like a good opportunity for Amanda. Maybe not to disclose like Tori's situation because that is Tori's business, but maybe to like help her have a better understanding of why she's at least helping her, um, by explaining to her Amanda's past. By Amanda explaining to Sam her own past. Just like she did with Daniel.
Yeah,
Daniel didn't understand why Amanda was helping Tori after everything that she's done, but he did when she explained about about how she just realized that her and Tori aren't as different as she thought, you know, about about her own past, and
yeah,
so it made sense. You, and then that's when Amanda was on, and that's when Daniel was on board. But nobody
yeah,
explained it to him, like don't get me wrong, I loved Amanda's interactions with Tori, and I hope we get them in season 6. I really do.
no,
But I feel like I feel she should have done it a little bit better instead of just deciding like to let Tori back into school. I think she should have Sam's feelings definitely needed to be taken into consideration.
yeah,
I think that maybe without divulging um Tori's situation, she should have taken Tori somewhere else. Like that was her first mistake. She shouldn't have let her back in that house because
yeah. They should have went
Tori,
to like the dealership or something.
yeah. Um or like Amanda looked like she was going
Or
to
are
work
they?
out. So
Are they? Oh yeah, yeah, she looked like she was gonna go to the gym or something. She's like, let's talk at the gym. I can, like, you can come as a guest or whatever.
yeah. Because Tori, like, she hadn't earned the right to go back into that house.
Yeah,
Whether
that's
you
true.
like and then this is whether you're a fan or not. She hadn't earned the right to go back into that house. She broke in and she didn't even apologize. She hasn't made one single attempt to apologize whatsoever. So it's kind of like, it's like, so that was Amanda's first mistake. And her second mistake was, not asking Sam how she felt about it. Like, Sam's feelings do deserve to be taken into account. I think she should have, like, it would have been better if she would have just taken if her and Tori just would have been out for a while and talked, and maybe Amanda said, okay, I understand your situation, I get it, and I'm going to do whatever I can to help you. But I'm going to go home and I'm going to discuss this with my husband and daughter and see how they both feel, and explain the situation to them. I won't divulge, and just making it clear that she won't divulge any of the, like the personal private information that Tori shared, about her mom, about her mom or little brother. Um, and just, like going home and just telling Sam that, she can see that Tori's starting to turn over a new leaf in a better direction, and she wants to help her with that. And because, and then explaining her own past and why she wants to give her that second chance, and then going into like why why she and then going into Tori's problems, like family problems, without going into full detail, just helping Sam understand just a little bit, like, so that this way, instead of just telling us like, oh, I just don't want this rivalry dominating your life anymore, and I know this is difficult for you, And she promised like she wasn't going to hurt you. Why should Sam just take Tori's word at that?
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you think? Like, do you think maybe like Amanda should have handled it a little bit better?
Yeah. The writers just had it play out the way it did, for the sake of the story of the show, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amanda could have handled it a little bit better, but I mean that was one of my favorite scenes in that episode, and
Yes.
that episode is one of my least favorites out of all of them. But that is, one of the scenes that saved it for me is I did like the conversation that they had, but
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Like I love the Tori and Amanda scenes. I
yeah.
love them. And
So
like
yeah,
I said,
you have a great point. Amanda could have handled it better, but it is what it is.
yeah. The only thing I wish that they didn't do was the scene at the school at the end of that episode.
That was so stupid. Oh my gosh.
I mean, like if they
I'm
would have
like,
just cut it
I'm
at,
like, Sam, you're just lighting a fire under her. Now you're just motivating her to win, to beat you at the tournament. Like that was just stupid.
I mean, like if they just, I mean, I don't necessarily blame Sam for confronting. Like I said, I don't necessarily blame.
I would have just had Sam just ignore Tori completely. Like
Yeah.
that's what I would
Or
have
at the
done.
very least, I will end it at I will kick your ass for a third time. End it right there. And just end it. Walk away. Because that look that Tori had was perfect, and it would have just been like the perfect, just like perfect moment. And instead of just like throwing her old threat back against her,
Yeah.
because like then you got like a look of confusion on like Tori's face and on our face, like, okay, what was that?
Like seriously?
I mean, in all honesty, if they were gonna have Sam confront Tori at school, which I wouldn't blame her for, like if they I would have like they should have rewarded it like a little bit, like saying, just
Yeah,
as
it was pointless because there was no payoff to it. Like Watch Party said, because
yeah,
like the very next episode, it's like the two forgot that it even happened.
yeah. And it's
Like,
like,
because Sam's because Sam was talking to Dimitri. She's like I have to focus on beating Tori at the tournament. I'm like, really? That's what you're focused on? And like you cut to Tori, and Tori's not even worried about that. She's not even thinking about that. She's just focused on her training. Like Silver wanted them to. Silver's like, no, we don't need to strike back. We need to keep the students focused on their training. Like,
yeah. And it's like, um, like I just would have had her, like if they were gonna have Sam confront Tori, I just would have had her do it differently. Like, I would have had, I would have allowed her to say thanks, but I would have said you can take you can keep your thanks. I don't want your thanks, but I could tell, but I will tell you this though, if you truly are, I sincerely hope that you truly are sincere about turning your life around and trying to do better. But if you're not, and if you think that you can come after me again, think again, because you're not in control here. I am, and all it would take was one word from me to the principal, and you're out of this school for good.
yep, and she would go. She would get not only that, but her probation would get revoked, and she'd get sent to juvie too. So you also have to
Yeah,
take that in consideration as well.
yeah, and your probation would get revoked, and you would get sent back to juvie, where I personally think you belong anyway, and just walked away with that. No, I'm coming for you, and no, nothing. Just
Yeah,
walked
like
away with that.
she literally just stole her line. Like really, like why are you trying to be like Tori? Like why? Like you don't like just be yourself. You don't need to do all that. That was ridiculous.
I think that I think it was like where Sam was trying. I think, truthfully, I think this is where the season where Sam's like going to be discovering herself. You know
Yeah.
who she is, like as a
Yep.
person, and that's what I think Sensei Kim is going to use against her
Yeah.
in a fight.
Yeah. I
Like
think
the
Sam's gonna hate Kim Do Yoon more than she ever hated Tori.
Yeah, I know it's weird because they barely had an interaction, but I don't know. I just have this feeling, you know.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
basically
like
for
yes, like despite what Tori's done to Sam, Sam would have never wished
what
wished
Sensei Kim
what
did.
Kim did to Tori. She would have never, because she's not that type of person.
No, she's not.
Like the first thing she says when she shows up at her apartment, she's like, "What happened?"
Yeah, no, exactly. Like I know that there are fan haters, Sam haters out there that try to make her seem worse than she is. But I mean, yeah, Sam is a flawed character and she can be annoying sometimes, like particularly in that scene, like in the particularly in that scene that you and I were just discussing. Um, but she's not a cruel character. She's not a cruel person. She's not as cruel as as those haters make her out to be. Like she's at her core, she's got a good heart. And she cares about people. Even people she doesn't like.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I agree.
Eh, I hate these Sam versus Tori debates.
Can we like stop that, please? Like it's over
I know.
with. Like
I know.
that's been washed since season 4, really. Like they hyped it up in season 2 because it was new. But like, can we just let that die down, please? Like, or just die out completely? Like,
I
it's
viewed it
not
as
like
its
it's not like
time is done.
it's not even that big of a rivalry anymore.
No.
And it's
I
just
mean
pointless. Like
I mean,
like people are just
yeah.
wasting energy on it. Like, why are y'all wasting energy on like a rivalry in a fictional show? Like,
Yeah. I know, it's stupid. I mean, I do think that they'll always have competitive rivalry because
yeah,
let's be
like it'll
real
be a
here.
competitive rivalry like Johnny and Daniel, but it's not going to be
Yeah.
a brutal one like it used to be.
Yeah. Because let's be real here. Like none of the other none of the other opponent none of the other kids on that show like really give like whether they're in Cobra Kai or Miyagi Do or Eagle Fang really give either one of them that competitive drive to actually do better, to actually
Yeah,
want to enhance their skills just to be better than the other. None of them, none of them do, but Sam and Tori do that for each other because like think back to season 2, like where in the season 2 episode 9 where Sam was like watching Tori on an Instagram or something like that, and
yeah.
she was watching her like do the do the punching bag, and like next shot, what did we see Sam doing? Like,
The punching bag. Yeah,
yeah, she was trying to go as hard as like harder than Tori,
yeah,
even though it kind of looked like she was smacking the bag than punching it.
yeah,
And it's like you had that scene like just where they were just like like really really trying to push, like push themselves to be better. Like even though they weren't there, it's like they like mentally were competing against each other. Like just like mentally speaking.
yeah,
So it's like you want that you want that person. You want to have that person that gives you that push, that drive. And that's what I think Sam and Tori will have for each other this season.
Yeah, me too.
I wonder who's going to be on the other end of the punching bag this season.
Hopefully Kyler or Mitch, because they deserve
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh. And
Mitch,
imagine if
Mitch literally looks like a punching bag. Like,
I know. Imagine if they had a scene where Chris accidentally misses his target.
well, like you did with Dimitri, but
Yeah.
this time it's intentional. Like if Mitch
Yeah.
wants to, if Mitch wants to earn his spot back in dojo, which is probably not going to happen, but if he wanted to earn his spot back in the dojo, he would have to go through that.
Honestly, I don't think he is gonna. I don't think he is gonna want to because he already made it clear he doesn't like that. He doesn't. He doesn't like Daniel
Yeah,
and Johnny's dojo. He already said that. So it's like, even if they're willing to take him back, I don't think he even wants to go back.
yeah. They don't need him anyway, so
No, no. Like like they got Tori. I'm sorry, they
yeah.
got Tori.
I'll take Devin over Mitch any day. I don't care.
I'll take Kenny over Mitch.
Because at least Devin has potential.
So does
Like,
Kenny.
yeah, and Kenny, but
I'll take Anthony's our. I mean, I would even take Anthony if he were in Cobra Kai, but
I
he's
mean
in Miyagi.
Anthony.
So
Anthony was participating in the training exercises, so I think we'll actually get to see him do karate this season.
yeah, yeah.
Because he took the initiative to participate in Miyagi-Do training exercises, so that's a step.
Yeah, I want to see Sam training Anthony. Just
Yeah,
like
me
one
too.
move. Just one move. And it could be something as simple as that we got with what Robbie was doing with Anthony at the Sekai Tekai tryouts.
Yeah.
It could be something as simple as that. And I would be satisfied. But just one scene of Sam training Anthony, of teaching or just like teaching him a move. Something.
Yeah.
I was hoping we'd get a deleted scene of that, but we didn't.
Me too.
I'm also kind of looking forward to maybe seeing like some brother sister moments between them.
Yeah, definitely want to see those.
Because I remember like in season 5, when a man like, let's be real, Sam knew the real reason why Daniel wasn't there. I don't think Anthony so much did, but Sam knew
Yeah.
the real reason. And she also knew that Amanda and Jessica were just trying to like shoo them away so they could talk.
Yeah.
Because like when Amanda looked at Sam, like when Anthony like went over to the video game to check it out, when Amanda looked at Sam was like, seriously, I don't know if I had to drive all the way up here with him. Now you're gonna make me spend some time. Now you're gonna make me go over there with them.
Yeah. She was just scrolling on her phone too.
I know. And ironically, she was probably still beating Anthony.
Yeah. Like Anthony was just playing the game and like he just shouts in frustration and like it just goes right over Sam's head because she's too engrossed in her phone. It's until she sees the video of him getting kicked in the pool.
Yeah. Like
She's like, "Whoa, is this you?"
yeah, and that's when like Anthony kind of like opens up to Sam, which I think she was even shocked by. Um
I'm like, "Okay, now the phone's put down."
yeah. So it's kind of like shows like even though she clearly thinks of him as the annoying sibling, Like he clearly does bother her.
Yeah.
He has her, she has her she has her standards. That's her little brother.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna mess with him except her.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like that look that like she gave Amanda. She just like rolled it, like she rolled her eyes, like it's like, geez, I spent all this. I had to spend. I had to spend the I had to be alone. I had to be with him on the way up here. Now you're making me spend time with him here.
Yeah.
And I think do you think Sam was like still like a little bit annoyed with Amanda a little bit?
Um, I mean, I guess. I mean, whenever it comes to karate, Sam's usually on Daniel's side,
Yeah.
and Amanda's like, "Can we just stop all this drama? Like, really?"
Yeah, but
It's like
well, see,
Amanda just wants to go back to her normal life. Like, she's sick of the karate drama, which is understandable.
yeah,
Um, but like, like it's with all the whole silver thing, I'm like, Amanda, he's warning you. Like, geez.
I know. Do you think that if Sam had been like present in that fight, like, and
Sam would have been defending Daniel, 100%.
yeah, I do. I think so too. I
It's
mean,
like
Sam
she
would
wanted,
always,
because in the first episode, she wanted to, help Daniel in with against Silver, and he's like, "This isn't your fight. Just stay out of it. Like, just let me handle it." And then Sam just walks off.
and she actually continues training with her without
Yeah,
his, yeah, without his knowing.
yeah. She
Um,
keeps training, which
and
training's fine, I guess.
yeah, I actually do think though too that that Sam would have also seen Amanda's perspective as well because she also wanted to go back things to go back to normal. But
Yeah,
she would have been smart. She would have been smart enough to realize that she's smart enough to realize that that's not really going to happen. You know
yeah,
what? Like I don't think they'll ever go back to normal. Because you know why? Do you know why they won't go back to normal?
why is that?
Because they're not normal. Well, think about
I thought
it.
I thought I thought you were gonna say Cobra Kai never dies for a second.
No, because well, Cobra Kai is going to die by the end of the season. That's why I didn't say that. I was thinking about it. I almost did, but then I thought, no, Cobra Kai is definitely going to die this season. So,
Yeah,
but they're not normal. And as Sam said, there'll always be bullies in the world.
yeah,
Like they don't have to be Cobra Kai. Because, I mean, if anything, the Alpha Elite they weren't Cobra Kai, and
yeah,
they weren't bullies, and they were bullies.
yeah, and
They were the main antagonists.
yeah, and Colonel Dugan was just
The
way
main
too strict.
the main punching bag. The main punching bag. You can't even rank him as a villain.
The whole group was just terrible.
Yeah. But that's just what I mean is like it's just like what Sam said. Like she
No,
wanted to go back to normal, but
yeah,
it's not going to happen because she'll always have Miyagi Do. She'll always have the lessons that Mr. Miyagi taught her. Um, and there'll always be bullies in the world that need their comeuppance.
yeah, that's true.
This was a great stream. Thank you
Yeah,
so much
thank
for
you.
having me. Thank you so much for having me on. Like I think your channel is probably like one of my favorites. And yeah, and Dragonfire, Actually, Crease is better than Dugan.
That's not even a debate. That's just
Like,
facts.
I wouldn't even say carbon copy. Crease is better than Dugan. I mean, heck, Sato in like when he was a villain in Karate Kid 2 was better than Dugan.
Yeah, that's facts. And we didn't even get to see him fight.
I know. Well, I gotta go.
All right.
Have a great night. Like
You too.
I think your channel is like one of my favorites. I think it's always been like one of my favorites, you know. Cuz just cuz you're so, you know, just cuz you're you know, you're such a nice and honest guy, you know.
Yeah.
And I really respect that.
Thank
And I
you.
really like that. And because you make me feel so comfortable like whenever we go on these streams together. And you go out of your way to do that. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, so I'll see you around on the net.
Yep.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
You too. Yeah, he's just a carbon copy of Crease. That's facts. Yeah, this has been a fun stream. Season's gonna be deep, phenomenal, personal, and emotional. I agree, Underground. Probably like fall of 2024, maybe. It's probably the earliest we'll get it. Let's see. What do you think is more likely, Tori growing up to be a therapist or Tori growing up to be a lawyer? I'd say a lawyer probably, but she could end up being a therapist. You never know. I think she's going to be a sensei, though. I think she'll end up being a sensei. I think she'll end up being a sensei in like a future spinoff, maybe, but we'll see. Yeah, super excited that these strikes are finally over and season 6 can finally resume production. That's awesome. I don't see many people talking about Obliterated. Yeah, neither. Who knows? Obliterated might be a pleasant surprise. Yeah, any questions and any season 6 theories, put them in the chat. Probably go for like maybe like 5 more minutes, maybe. We'll see. Well, those were on. That was because we're on that season 4 hype, and season 4 hype was crazy. But things have died down since then. I can definitely see Tori becoming either a therapist or a lawyer, but I think lawyer is slightly more likely. I could also see him reading Sensei as well. Okay. I think Sam is more likely to become a therapist than Tori. Yeah, for sure. I could see Sam wanting to help kids who deal with PTSD. I could see Sam doing that. I could see Tori as a public defender. What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that, but how long do you think filming will take for season 6? So I think it's going to go from January to July of 2024. So that's like 7 months, I think. And, post production, I think, will go from August to November. And then they have to do marketing. So it's possible we get a late December 2024 release, but we'll see. But John Hurwitz is hoping for a 2024 release. We'll just see how it plays out. Because I don't want them to rush it. I want them to take their time with it. It's the last season. They need to go out with a bang, Yeah, I agree with you, Jim Tim. They need to promote the Sekai Taikai like crazy, like they did with the season 4 All Valley. They need to put up like Sekai Taikai posters, like they did, like they did with season 4. Yeah, but I think Miguel, Robbie, Sam, and Tori will be the main focus of season 6. I felt the adults were the had to be the main focus of season 5. Like Daniel had his best arc in season 5. You could argue for that for Johnny. Silver and Chosen had great arcs as well. I think the main four teens I just listed will have their best arcs in this season. The adults will have good arcs as well, but I think the core 4 teens will have their best arcs, and I think Eli and Dimitri are going to be sidelined a bit more because there's really not that much you can do with them. Feel like Sean has to come back in season 6. I do as well. I think he should, because the actor's done with Walking Dead, because the series finale was like a while ago. So I think they have to bring him back, especially with there being more than 10 episodes. Like with 15 episodes, you have to bring him back. He doesn't have to play a major role, but he should play like a crucial role in bringing Kenny back to the light. Because if Kenny's going to listen to anybody, it's going to be his brother Sean for sure. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this stream. Thank you guys for watching. Cobra Kai is back and is gonna be better than ever. But hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.